Good morning, 8th grade. Today we are going to talk about the research presentation you are going to be doing. So if you go to Infinite Campus and find my class and go to the curriculum page, in the paternity leave folder, there's what's called the mystery author presentation. And I have chosen a lot of famous authors of mysteries. Arthur Conan Doyle is one of the most famous mystery authors, but there's a lot of other ones. And I've put you into groups to research some of these other famous mystery authors and create a slideshow about that author. So your slideshow is going to have 7 slides, at least 7 slides. First one should be a title, last one should be a bibliography. In the middle should be at least 5 slides with information. So I've given some questions to help you get started thinking about what you might present about this author. And then down here are the groups and the authors that you are going to research. So Agatha Christie is going to be Kylie, Kenzie, and Haley. Edgar Allan Poe will be Eli, Scotty, and Jordan, etc. So also, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see 3 links. These are going to be helpful resources for while you are doing this project. So first is a sample presentation. This is the same one we looked at last year. So this gives you an idea of what your slideshow should look like, the title, the informational slides, and the bibliography. So the bibliography is going to list all the sources you used. We'll talk in a moment about how to cite them. Notice that they're all in alphabetical order by the first word of the entry. Usually that's going to be the last name of the author. Unless there is no author, like an encyclopedia article, you'll just list it by the first word in the title. So we will start your research with the Inspire database. That's the next link on the Infinite Campus page. So if you open up Inspire, let's say that we're going to research Agatha Christie. We'll search for the author. You'll probably get a lot of results like we did last year. If you want, you could filter those results maybe by reading range. I would recommend maybe like 800 to 1200 range. But we could start by just looking and seeing what we find here. Biography, that might be helpful. Let's see here, looks like another biography. So you can access the full text. You can read through it, see if there's anything interesting. This one looks pretty short. But let's say that we find a good source and we want to cite it. At the top of the page, you'll see a little quotation mark symbol. If you switch to the MLA option, this is just going to give you exactly what you can copy and paste into your bibliography. So I would recommend, as you find sources and as you add information, you also work on adding the citations to the bibliography, and that will tell you what to use when you cite. For example, if we have a slide pulling information from this work by Miles, after the information, you just put Miles in parentheses, and I know that's where you got that information. So pretty easy to cite a source from Inspire. You could also, if you really are struggling finding things on Inspire, which you shouldn't, there should be plenty of information on there, you could just search Google, and citing those sources is going to be a little trickier. You also need to be careful about what sources you're pulling from. Like some of these websites, biography.com, I don't know if that's really going to be very trustworthy. agathachristie.com, I don't know. Now, something like the Encyclopedia Britannica is probably going to be pretty trustworthy. So the page itself might have a citation button somewhere, but also what you can do, the third link I put on Infinite Campus is called the citation guide. So if you open that up, if you find a website that you want to cite, you can just paste the URL in here and it will help you create a citation. So let's copy that address, paste it in here, and it's going to look for you. And it found the result. So you hit the cite button, and it is going to basically ask you to check the information. Like it found some of these items, the title, the date, the date published and accessed. But if you hit continue, they might ask you to fill in some blanks. So you should check to make sure these things are correct. Maybe check for an author. But a lot of times encyclopedia entries don't have authors. Let's see. Does it say who actually wrote this? No, it just says the editors of the encyclopedia. So we can leave author blank. And then once you check all the rest of the information, you hit complete citation. and it's going to just copy it for you right there. You can copy it and paste it directly into your presentation. So you should work with your groups to research the authors that I've listed. Again, you should have plenty of information available on Inspire. That's going to be more trustworthy and easier to cite. You could use Google if you want. Just make sure the website looks trustworthy and use the citation tool that I've given you to help you cite that. And then you can put together a nice slideshow, and I look forward to learning about these authors.